All right, let's try this again. Okay, we are live, and I do apologize. What's going on with this thing, but it does act up every now and then, from what I can tell. I apologize for the interruption in the stream. I'm trying to make it, you guys. I'm trying to push through. Trying to push through, you guys. So I guess the first part of this live stream can be considered me discussing and showing what the papers are. The next part, which is this part now, we're going to get into actually working with them. Let me put my mouse back over there. So as I was doing before I was so rudely interrupted by Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi, whatever it is. This annoying thing that gives us access. It shuts off whenever it wants to. This paper is so delicate. Ugh, so delicate. I'm gonna add a little bit of this. Hello, you guys, and thank you so much for coming back. I'm gonna add. Where's the opening? Where's the opening? Up there's the opening. Gonna add a little bit of this right here. Let me try to fix that rip part right there. Just trying to fix that a little bit. Ripped out. Did any glue even come out of this thing? Nope. It didn't. I felt it. I'm like, it still feels dry. I worked enough with glue to know when it actually dispenses. Try to be sneaky. Oh, that goes on there. I literally just try to put my small cap on top of my big glue. And hopefully everybody's not over there in the other room waiting for me. Like, where's Carmen at? Hopefully they know to come over here. So I'm just going to add more distress into this. To the top. So the prints that I've made, you can use them as standalone and just embellish them, or you can incorporate them into your mixed media. You can incorporate them into your planners. If you're into planning, you could pretty much incorporate them into all of that good stuff. Okay, so we have one element here ready. Let's glue some more of this paper in different places and see how far we get. A little bit of that up here. Where's my scraper thing? I was just using. Okay, let's just add some bits and pieces in different places. Use up all of those scraps that I have there. I keep misplacing this so. Hello, Beth. Yes, here we go again, and I do apologize. I do apologize because between having you guys waiting and this Wi-Fi doing what it's doing, I have no idea sometimes. So I just started over, as opposed to having you guys waiting there forever for this thing to kick back in. Now you guys know what, we got a new modem, and even with the new modem, we're still having issues. So I don't know. I literally chose to use the regular YouTube app today because of all the stuff that it does. Let's go in here and add a splash of color. Let's add a splash of blue. Thanks, love, but I still feel guilty. I still feel bad. Let's see. You guys, bring you guys down a little bit. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this Azure Sea Aster and just spray a little bit in here. I don't want to spray it directly onto that. Where's my piece of plastic? I always have a piece of plastic somewhere. I'll use this one. It's so good. That sounds the worst, you guys. That sounds the worst. So we're gonna do that and just kiss the paper with a little bit of ink. You guys know how I feel about kissing the paper with some ink. We're gonna add some green. We're just gonna kiss a few little spots here and there. And this keeps your hands clean and your surface clean. This is orange. This is gold. Let's add a little bit of gold. A little bit of gold, which doesn't really show up too much. I found in these applications, they don't really show up too much. The gold doesn't really show too vibrant. I'm gonna use some of my own little homemade brown if it'll do something for me. Now you guys know why I adjust my paper first. Because when I do these things, then my paper won't damage itself out so easily. Let me go ahead and grab me some. Let's use a little bit of orange in here. This spice marmalade. I'm just gonna add a little bit. Where's my water? Right here. Close this back up before I have a hot mess of liquid everywhere. Let's add a little bit. Just a little bit. Here, a little bit there. A little here, a little there. Just in case I missed some areas. Look at that, my paper picked up. Sorry. Okay. Thank you, Jackie. Tanya and Isabel, what happened to them? They got lost in the sauce. They got lost in the sauce. I need some more of that blue. That's green. That's some blue. That's purple. Blue. Let's get some broken china. In here. I love the texture that the plastic with the sprays leave on the paper. All right, so let's see what we're gonna do here. Let's get our collage paper. That's what I'm gonna call it for today because that's what it's gonna be. And I have my little pocket there. Do that. Get a little bit of that on there. See, it hurts a lot more to cut into these papers when you're buying the paper pads. It doesn't hurt so much to cut into them when you are printing them out yourself. Let's see. Definitely gotta get that peacock in there. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Hey, Isabel, you're back. All right. Do a little bit of that. Let's see. So these will definitely be awesome for mixed media work. Between all the imagery that they're gonna have and a little bit of your imagination, you'll be good to go. There's gonna be a pocket right there. All right, so let me distress some of these. Got some distressing going on. Oh, you do? Oh, she's on grandma mode today. So I'm gonna give them a quick little dusting just to kind of outline the images where they are. Get this big mama jamma. I'm also probably gonna be stamping over a little bit more over some of these. Maybe, I don't know. Depends if I feel like I need something or not. All right, so let me start getting that big chunk in there so that I can start figuring out what else I'm gonna start doing, how I'm gonna start leaving. So I'm just gonna glue in the center. I'm gonna try to glue in the center if my glue bottle will let me. Thank you, love. So I'm only gonna do a little bit. I'm gonna try to leave the edges loose in case I want to tuck stuff here and there. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put that there for right now. This right here, I'm gonna double side tape because I might as well. No point in fighting with it at this point in time. So we're just gonna do this. Take that off. Go a little bit here, a little bit there. Good to go. What a mess I have on my desk. Now things are really gonna get messy between me and this new obsession. Let's make this pocket a little bit easier to get into. And let's put it there. And we're gonna do this to this. We're gonna add some glue here. I'm just gonna hold it down for a second or two so it could catch some bond. This paper here, I feel like I need something else. Let's get some of this writing that I have here. And this was page number, the one with the writing is page number 12. I forgot to tell you guys the peacock one was. Hopefully. I'm gonna glue this to this. I'm gonna glue these to each other. Kind of like that, but I don't really like this. Kind of like that better. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and distress that. I'm trying to speak Spanish. As long as they don't end up like my kids. My kids is all jacked up on that Spanish, let me tell you. I did the worst job ever in teaching them to learn how to speak Spanish. I thought it was going to be easy. I thought just speak to them. But nope. That didn't really work. That didn't really work for me. That really didn't work for me, you guys. Like that. So, let's see. Gotta figure out where else I'm gonna tuck into them. So I glued mainly in the center so that I could have a little bit of edge to play with in case I wanted to tuck things in here and in there. I'm gonna rip this one in half. Tuck that in there. Tuck this little piece. Maybe under here. Let me see. What else do I have in here? This bright boldness. Let me go for maybe some of that blue. Which one of these two? I think maybe some of this one. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see what else I can add in here. No, that kind of looks out of place there. Let's see. Let's see. I have some stickers here. I think I do. Yep, I do. I have some suns and some stars. So let's see how that looks. Oh yeah. Thank you, love. Thank you, thank you. Using what I have left over. No, I don't like that on the peacock. Oh, these stickers are good. Let's see if it'll come off. I don't like the moon on the sun on the peacock. I think I like the moon better on the peacock. Like she's sleeping. Back there. Let's add a couple moons here and there as well. See, a few little embellishments. And we are good to go. Some moons, some stars. Trying to see where else I can use. Nope, I don't like that. I don't like that. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, thank you. Just make sure those are on well. I need something though. It's missing something. I'm trying to figure out what exactly. me see a little bit of this trim, but maybe not in this color. Scissors. There we go. Boy, do I have a mess of papers here. So a little bit of this trim. Let me add some of this blue in here. Whatever color comes out, I don't even know what color is gonna come out. Add a little bit of lace there. Let me add a little bit more up here. A little snippet. Put it in there. And change the color. Just let it have a little something, something. And let's put this one up here. Let's see where it all goes. Just gonna crinkle it up just a smidge. Let's put that part in here. Tucking it in. Where's my little hook tool? All right, got a little bit of lace going on in there. Now we have a little pocket here. Let's go ahead and make a tag. So we're gonna make a little tag that's gonna go in this little pocket here. Very simple. Same technique can be applied to when you're working on your books as well. So let's go ahead and grab some of these scraps that we have left over from the papers that we have already used. So everything is kind of one theme. My papers that I have left. Let's put those there. We have a little bit of this, a little bit of book page, and a little bit of this. That's what we have left. That's what we have left. Okay. Yep, that's what it is. Oh wait, no, we have more. We have this. All right. Let me put these stencils away. This is driving me batty. I'm fighting with this folder here. Let me put these stencils away. That's a little bit easier to deal with. All right. Okay, so we have our page done. Now we're gonna work on our little tag for the pocket area. But it came out super cute though. I think it came out super adorable. Now let's go ahead and collage some of this, some of these little bits and pieces. Let's start collaging some elements on here and see how it all kind of looks together. Because you use up every little last bit of that paper. You printed it, you use it. It's so hard to get like a nice organic tear on some of these papers. So hopefully you guys can see kind of what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of getting like that for the top of the tag. Thank you. It's a peacock. I think, yeah, it's a peacock. It's got the little feathers in the back. It's a peacock, you guys. It's a peacock. And I have so much more coming, you guys. Like, oh my God. I have so much more coming. And what's awesome is that once I get everything set up the right way, it'll be instant download. Like as soon as you pay, you'll be able to download them. But that's, you know, the next thing I have to kind of work on is that part of it, because I don't have that yet all the way down packed. But I will soon. This is my first official page. I'm using my own papers. That's super cool. I think that is super, super awesome. Thank you, Karina. I'm gonna wrap this to the back for right now. So you guys can kind of see what the heck it is that I'm doing here. All right. Let's get this one. Let's break that in half. So let's go ahead and use that there. That would be so hard to put the glue stick on so thin. Just gonna add the glue directly on here. And I actually prefer glue stick when using that paper, this tissue paper, because it's so thin. It's so thin. Just getting the air bubbles out of it. Just making sure that glue spread. See, it already ripped there. And let's get this. And this can be your art, your journal here. Your journaling entry can go right into this little tag right here. Pop a hole in this thing. Okay, I missed a whole bunch of areas. There we go. So that's that. And let's thread some lace to it because we've used lace in this project. So why not? And let's do the same thing we did before with the lace, which is, well, you know what? Let me add a little bit of color to this tag. Let me go ahead and spray some of this and also onto the lace itself. I'll put that there for now. And I'm just going to feed it to the plastic itself. Nothing goes to waste here. And my lace. Where did I put my... I don't find it now. What did I do with my blue ink? Okay, my phone off. Did anybody see where I put my blue ink? I put it back in here. I guess I'll do it with this one. It's gonna look a little bit blue, a little bit brown, but it's okay. It's just to give it a little bit of color so it's not so white. And then we're gonna feed this baby through. And there you go. All done. All done. So I really like that. I really like the way that came out. I'm gonna add a little bit of blue just to some of these areas here. Just because I feel like it's a little bit too stark for my liking. So add a little bit of blue here and there. Hopefully you guys can see that. That's what's awesome about these inks, is that they don't really whatchamacallit, they don't really hide what's underneath the layers. That's glued down now. So we have some suns, we have some moons. Kind of overlaid a little bit of broken china, but in the regular distress all around the edges. Let me get some of that spice marmalade a little bit more. There it is. Where's my rag? There it is. I'm just cleaning my brush, not my brush, well, yeah, my distress tool thing. Just cleaning it a little bit. I just want to intensify some of these yellows here, some of these areas. And we are about done. Super quick, super easy. The pages themselves kind of lend themselves to be used as ephemera, like I said, for mixed media, for your journals, for your art journaling, for regular journaling. You could use them for card making. The styles are going to be very eclectic, and hopefully something that's not something that you guys have seen in many places. It's kind of cool to have something that's a little bit more original every now and then. Yeah, so I'm done. Thank you, thank you. This is more of a collage page, so you could go ahead and add paints and add whatever you want to them. But this is very simple. I took 2 pages, ripped some sections of it out, just like you would with your regular papers that you use for like collaging and stuff like that. I do expect to have steampunk, grunge, dark, dark as in, like nighttime, not so much vampire-ish, but like that feel of like a creepy night, things like that. And definitely some, shabby chic, definitely vintage, because I love vintage as well. Vintage is really high up there with me when it comes to these types of and stuff like that. So you can still incorporate color even if though you're using vintage style paper. So it really does lend itself out really nicely. So you guys, that's all that I have brought to you for today. And definitely I will, come back and do some more art journaling projects with other papers and stuff like that, as I create them and the kits become available. I think for the most part, they're always going to be 10 pages. But as I get better at what I'm doing, then hopefully I'll be able to incorporate other things into it as well. Like, special ephemeras, little things here and there. But that's all a work in progress. We'll see how it kind of goes. I just wanted to kind of get my feet wet, and so I jumped in with both feet. And if you're interested, the link is the link to pay is down below. Once I have a store ready, I'll make a video with a special announcement for that store, but that's gonna take me a little bit of time because I want to have a few kits ready to go before I actually open it up. So I'm working on that now. The kit that I'm offering today is more of an eclectic kit. It's just kind of a little bit, a little flavor of different styles that you can use, in smaller projects for right now. And if you buy a kit now, if you buy one of my first pages now, then I'll make sure to give you a discount on any future, on the next release that I have. I'll have a discount code available for you guys that I'll create somehow through the magic of thinking. And I'll have all of that stuff ready to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you guys enjoyed what I created with the papers that I made. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I will check you out on the next one. If you have any questions, my emails was down below. If you haven't emailed me before, definitely feel free to do so, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.